Hey y'all, this is Marley K. Hope y'all are well. I got something in my inbox today, hot off the presses, I need to share with y'all because uh, to me it is a sign of about what is getting ready to happen, and we need to prepare ourselves for it. So this is from the America magazine, but it's a Jesuit magazine. If you know anything about the Jesuits, I don't even have to go into it, and I'm not gonna go into it because I'm probably already gonna be in enough trouble as it is. But y'all know Papa and Colt 45 had the debates yesterday. I didn't watch the debates because I don't give a crap about what happened. I don't follow politics for that reason. Most people do because they believe in it. I understand it don't work. I understand, the bad people play both sides, and so there ain't no good guys. I'm gonna just keep saying that. There ain't no good guys. But anyway, this is significant. This article is because it is, to me, another telltale sign that they're getting ready to replace Papa. And it's gonna be chaos. So I feel like we're getting ready to go into this chaos season. I think the Democratic convention is supposed to be in Chicago this year, and I think it's supposed to be in August, where it's supposed to nominate Papa. So they done gone through all these primaries, and they didn't put up anybody else. Nobody else ran. So you got to understand all this stuff is orchestrated. Everything is just orchestrated, and so it looks like this all we got. Papa, he didn't ever say who his VP candidate is. From my understanding, some of the stuff that I've read, it's not going to be Mesquiwi. Mesquiwi is going to be replaced if he is to remain on the ticket. But from my Mesquiwi is so unlikable that they're going to have to replace the whole entire ticket. With who? I don't know. Doing what? How? I don't know. But the fact that the Jesuits are calling for Paw to be replaced, baby, this is a wrap. It's done. So this is why I'm talking about it, because here you're getting ready to experience people who made a decision have their choice overridden, and that's going to cause chaos. Um, People on the other side who's voting for Colt 45 going to be pissed because they're going to see who the option is as a threat to their choice. And so all these different things are happening at one time, with the economy collapse, with the dollar losing its value, inflation, supply chain breakdowns, hacking, um, infrastructure threats, layoffs, the cost of living increases, all these things happening, race war, civil war. Um, so we got so much stuff happening, and we're not even talking about the biblical stuff, the weather and the floods, the pestilences and plagues. Regardless of how they come about, they've been prophesied. So things are happening in the earth that are letting us know we're getting really close towards the end of time. And so you're getting ready to see um, chaos in this kingdom. Let's call it a kingdom, this nation. And you're getting ready to also see, when I finish reading this article, who controls everything. So I have been watching what these folks been saying for almost 2 years now. Just I wasn't reporting on it because to me, I just kind of felt like they weren't really saying nothing that we needed to really pay attention to. But now I'm paying attention because we're getting closer to 2025. We're getting closer to the economic collapse. We're getting closer to the hot pot of all these wars, um, the influx of the migrants, the replacement of the Negro, all these different things that impact us specifically are happening. So this is why I'm paying attention to it. All right. So this is the Jesuit Review, Politics and Society Short Take. Democrats, if you respect voters, replace Joe Biden. And this is by Robert David Sullivan. It was published today, June 28th, 2024. So the fact that it is in this magazine, it is an official position. So this is how you got to see it. And it is an arm of the Roman Catholic Church. So after last night's debate, the Democratic Party will feed conspiracy mongering and heighten distrust of the electoral process if it sticks with Joe Biden as its nominee. Keeping Mr. Biden on the ballot is like telling voters, trust us, don't believe your eyes and ears. The Democrats can't go back to the 19th century. They can't win the election with They can't win the election through snappy slogans or surrogates speechifying on behalf of the president. So they're admitting this is what they have done. This is what they've done to Black people. And so we have to understand what is going on as Negroes, as Israelites, as God's chosen people. These are the things that are happening and have been happening to us. We believed in this system, and they're basically giving you the playbook of what they've done to maintain control over us. And I find it interesting that they're focusing on the Democratic ticket and not the Republican ticket, being that the Democratic Party is the party that basically supported our enslavement and allowed Jim Crow to come back into play. So you got to think about things historically and who controls everything, who the beast is of this hour, who is the anti-Messiah, and why are they speaking now? And once you put all the pieces together, it all makes sense. It says they need to regain the trust of voters and not dismiss Americans' real concerns about Mr. Biden's age as a creation of media. Telling voters, don't worry your pretty little heads about it, does not show respect for democracy. We don't have democracy. We have a republic. But anyway, you say that to folks, they get mad at you, but it's the truth. They've been telling you what to have. So it says, as long as there are presidential debates, the major parties should choose nominees who do well in these debates. So they're telling you the parties choose the nominees. The people do not choose the nominees. So you get what they give to you, which is contrary to the democratic process. They have become increasingly important in an age when Americans rarely come together to watch or read the same news sources. Maybe this is why presidential debates should be eliminated. There is an absurdity in attaching so much significance to 2 hours of candidates acting in ways that only confirm people's worst perceptions about politicians. Separate town halls or meet the press type events with each candidate would probably be more illuminating. No, we don't care because they're all constructed by the powers that be. They own all the evil communications in the medium. So it says, but it's too late to change this year. If Mr. Biden continues as the Democratic standard bearer, he can't refuse to participate in another debate without seeming to confirm that he's just not up to it. Media critics often say that the debates would be better with real-time fact checking by moderators, but we already know fact checkers tell lies. So can't can uh can't use them. And then but cramming more numbers into an event would just make things worse. What the candidates need to do is wave away the opponents' factoids and falsehoods. Mr. Biden's just that's just malarkey is usually sufficient when said with conviction. No, it's not. That's just not true. And instead talk about the big picture. Last night's question about climate change should have prompted Mr. Biden to briefly point out the obvious, that Mr. Trump neither cares about nor understands this global crisis. Notice they're talking about climate change, all the stuff that's going on in the world, but they talk about climate change, not the economy, not rising rents, not real estate, not taxes, not supply chain, not food, not climate change. Agenda. Agenda. So the agenda here is clear. So whoever they put into his place is going to institute the national emergency that they need to ensue, to transition us. And that's what you have to look for. Who who that who is popular that could get the job done? Don't know. Um, some people say it's going to be Obama. Some people say it's going to be Hillary Clinton. I don't know. Um, we don't know. But if you look at that movie Civil War, I don't know. I just can't tell you. Whoever it was, they said the person had been in office 2 terms already, and it was their 3rd term. So we got to take that in consideration. Whoever it is has already been in office for 2 terms, and there are 3 living presidents who are sane enough to, and can't consider Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton would be um, just as bad as Papa is, because he don't seem like he all sharp no more either, and he be falling asleep and carrying on. So we got Bush, we got Obama, and we got George Clinton. Trump has only been a 1-term president, but, but, if you go back to what some of the conspiracies have said that because Biden took the oath earlier than he should have, that he's not legally the president, that Trump was still president, then if Trump wins, then Trump would be a 3rd-term president. And if you look at the face and the tie and the clothes that the guy had on in the movie, it resembles Donald Trump. So I don't know. Just that's my tinfoil hat. I'm getting ready to take it off and read the rest of this article. Okay. I'm going to talk about the recent heat wave affecting most of the United States. After they done sprayed us for damn 2 years with stuff, got the skies all lavender and peach and blue, and people seeing all kinds of stuff. But anyway, instead, Mr. Biden got mired in a numbers heavy defense of his record as president, something that most debate watchers simply tune out. It was more evidence that he simply is not nimble enough to engage with voters who are not already committed to him. In February, the New York Times columnist Paul Krugman lamented how the hand wringing over Biden's age in the 2024 election. He's reassured readers, as anyone who has recently spent time with Biden, and I have, can tell you, he is in full possession of his faculties, completely lucid, and with excellent grasp of detail. Man, please, we done seen that Joker. That Joker don't even know where he at. And I mean that. And pooping in his clothes and everything. So, I don't know. This morning, Krugman wrote, I must very reluctantly join the chorus asking Biden to voluntarily step aside. I fear that we need to recognize reality. Another way of saying it, I fear we need to trust the voters. If the voters have concerns about Mr. Biden's age, those concerns must be acknowledged and addressed. That's democracy. So I feel as though they're getting ready to replace Paw Paw and Ski Wee with somebody else. Who? I don't know. But what I do know is whenever it happens, y'all better get ready because these pilgrims gonna turn up. And black people, they don't have no power in the process anyway. So I don't know what they're gonna do. They might be mad, they might not be mad. But I just want to put that out there that after last night, the people are talking about replacing Papa on the ticket. That was one of the things that they were talking about that would cause chaos and cause us to possibly not have an election or have the to subvert the will of the voters. Um, so I don't know. It's just something to pay attention to. The fact that it's coming out in the Jesuit Review is huge for me. It is a sign that this is something that they want. This is part of the plan, and we should be prepared for that. With that comes chaos. So, all roads are leading to chaos. I just want us to recognize it, see it as it's coming, and it doesn't matter if you're here in the United States or in other parts of the world. Wherever you are could be impacted as well. So just make sure you're paying attention to what's going on, all the events. There are a lot of things happening and a lot of people speaking that we're not paying attention to that we should be paying attention to because they actually are the ones who are pulling strings behind the scenes that we don't often get to see. And so this is one of those times, which is why I shared this story with you. So please like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel. Please leave your comments in the comment section below so this video can be carried out by the algorithms. We're all being shadow banned. And I think a lot of people are just really going to not be prepared for what's coming. So in any event, hold on to your britches, y'all. It's about to get rough out here. With the every day something new is coming out. It is unreal how much stuff is coming out. I can't even get to it all. And I think that's the goal. So we're being bombarded with a whole lot of things, but let us keep our mind focused. Let us stay prayed up. Let us focus on the Most High's will, His prophecy. We know these things have to come to pass. Let's pray for His protection. Pray that we are found worthy to escape what's coming. No matter what kind of chaos they plan for us, let be able to weather it and withstand it. Let no weapon formed against Yah's people prosper. That is what the adversary wants. He wants us to become fearful so that his will be done. But I ain't believing in his will because I already know he's no match for the Most High. So I have faith in the Most High. And even if it means that, some of us may be persecuted and some of us may end up being, perish. But I believe that the Most High is going to do what he said and that he is going to deliver us from all this evil. So with that said, keep watch, family. Got to keep watch. Watch what these people are saying and watch who says what, because some of these people are talking. They the real folks who run the country. We just need to make sure that we're watching them as well. Watch everything, but really watch the people who are behind the curtains pulling all the strings, because they're the ones who get to dictate who controls us. And we need to look at it for what it truly is. This system is not a democracy. And they're showing us this now. It's at the end, and you see it for what it is and understand it. fall out of love with it, you come out of the system. All right, all, and I'm out.